Et nous recevons aujourd'hui chez Mediatico une immense personnalité. Muhammad Yunus, vous êtes économiste et vous avez le privilège d'avoir été une des rares personnalités au monde à avoir été nommée à la fois pour le Nobel d'économie et pour le Prix Nobel de la Paix en 2005. Et en 2006, vous avez finalement obtenu le Prix Nobel de la Paix. Est-ce que ça veut dire que l'économie peut nous amener sur le chemin de la paix?
Economy, yes, it's a very important instrument. Lots of disturbance of peace is caused by economic reasons, either internal problem for one segment of the society against another segment of the society, for economic deprivation, they go into conflict and so on. Also inter-country conflicts come with the economic interest and so on. So economy plays a very fundamental role in disturbing the peace.
Vous êtes né dans une famille de 14 enfants au Bangladesh et vous allez devenir docteur en économie. Quel a été le déclic dans votre vie qui vous a emmené vers le doctorat en économie?
I was looking for discipline that I should specialize in, and as I finished my high school and college, then I have to specialize. And among many options, I was more inclined to go into economics because Bangladesh is a poor country. So all our problems are related to the economic situation of the country, of the people, and so on. So I thought maybe this would be a good subject to study and see if I can be useful in some way by learning this economics.
Est-ce qu'on peut dire, Muhammad Yunus, que ce qui vous a conduit à avoir un déclic dans votre vie, c'est l'observation du terrain?
I finished my school, I finished my degree, got my PhD, came back to the country from the United States. In the university where I was teaching is surrounded by villages, and the whole country was going through extreme economic situation, like poverty and famine, hunger. So I thought instead of just teaching the theories in the classroom, I should also understand what the people are suffering from, why, what are the ways how to get them out, because all the theories have no meaning in the life of the poor people who live next door to the university campus. So I started going to the village to understand if any way I can be useful in helping people to overcome the problem, because economic theory has not given me any tools to make it happen. So I was trying to do it on my own as a person, not as an economist. If I can be useful to someone, even for one day, that's fine, because today I'm a useless person. So how to make myself useful? By being with the people. So I started going to the village and see what I can do every day. So I started talking to people, trying to learn their life and see where I can do something which will be helpful for them. So this is how I got involved with the village and the people and all the activities that I got involved with.
En 1971, c'est l'indépendance du Bangladesh. Vous travaillez notamment sur la pauvreté des agriculteurs, vous vous intéressez à l'agronomie, vous voyez que ce qui leur manque, c'est les capitaux pour développer leur activité agricole, et vous créez la Grameen Bank. La Grameen Bank, Grameen qui signifie le village. Vous êtes déjà dans les circuits courts.
What I was trying to do as I go into the village, I saw among many problems, problem of loan sharking, giving tiny loans to the poor people, and with the excuse of that loan, you grab every position the other person has. And that's a traditional thing, people accept it, and poor people need money, they go to the loan shark to overcome the immediate problem, but they get into long-term problem because they lose everything. And you see it every day. I was thinking how to protect people from the loan shark. And one idea that I came up with, why don't I lend the money myself? I just wanted to help them giving money so that she or he doesn't have to go to the loan shark. If I give the money, there's no reason why he or she go to the loan shark. So she will be protected. So my only thinking was protecting people from getting victimized by the loan shark. So I started lending money myself. I took the money from my own pocket. I was not taking it for somebody else. Started giving money. Said, if you need money, come to me. Don't go to the loan shark. And you can just return the money. No other additional thing you have to pay me. So that way you'll be safe. So that was the beginning and became very popular. People liked that. So I continued to lend money and so on. So this is what I did, and people were happy and I was happy. So I was trying to protect them from the loan shark.
Et c'est grâce à l'invention du micro-crédit, puisque c'est de ça dont il s'agit, que vous devenez prix Nobel de la Paix. Le prix Nobel vous offre une dotation d'un peu plus d'1 million d'euros que vous allez investir dans la Grameen Danone Foods. Qu'est devenu cet investissement aujourd'hui?
The Grameen Bank was a specialized bank lending money to poor people, and it continues to do so. But along the way, I also saw the problems in their life, about healthcare, about housing, about toilets, sanitation, energy, all this. So every time I see a problem, I create a business to solve it. Not to make money for myself, but to solve the problem, and I don't want to take any profit out of it. So the profit is plowed back into the business so that it continues in solving problem. We call them social business. Danone became very interested in our social business. And when Danone wanted to do a social business, we discussed to focus on the malnutrition among the children. So we created a separate company. It's not part of Grameen Bank. It's a separate company. We call it Grameen Danone Food Company. Has nothing to do with Grameen Bank. So that's how Grameen Danone Company was created. And we started producing yogurt with all the micronutrients which are missing in the children to become malnourished. Put all the micronutrients back into yogurt and let them buy it, made it very cheap so that they can afford to buy it. And once the child eats this yogurt for several months, say 7 months or 8 months, they get a healthy child, they become healthy because they get the nutrition back. So this was the purpose, and we still continue with this company.
Quel est votre regard aujourd'hui, Muhammad Yunus, sur le monde de la banque que vous connaissez et le monde même de la finance?
I'm a continuous critique of the financial system. Financial system has been designed in a wrong way. It discards, it stays away from the people at the bottom. Almost half the population of the entire world have nothing to do with the banking system because banking system don't work with them. So that's, I think, is a big failure of the banking system. So I said that needs to be fixed. Their argument is there's no way you can do banking with the poor people because they are, what they say, they are not creditworthy or they are not bankable. So when we created Grameen Bank, we said, look, they are bankable, they are as good as anybody else, even better than anybody else. But we have been doing it for the last 42 years. Still, financial system has not extended their operation to reach out to the poor people. So there's a huge number of people remain untouched, unreached, unbanked. So that's a gross failure of the banking system. So it remains so, it has not changed. So we keep reminding the banks, reminding the policy makers, the governments and political people that this needs to be fixed because it's so fundamental for people to start their own life.
Est-ce que vous jouez aux échecs, Muhammad Yunus?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Je vous pose la question parce que Pierre-François Martin Laval est un réalisateur de cinéma et il vient de sortir le film Fahim. Fahim est un jeune homme du Bangladesh qui a 15 ans et qui fuit le Bangladesh avec son père. Il arrive en France pour rencontrer un grand maître des échecs. Il n'a pas de papier d'identité, mais il devient champion de France des échecs. Vous voyagez beaucoup, Muhammad Yunus, et j'aimerais savoir quel est votre regard sur le monde d'aujourd'hui, quand on regarde cette question des migrations et de l'exil des personnes, des Bangladais bien sûr, mais des personnes dans le monde entier.
The migration is like a current in the ocean. It's a natural thing, continues, because it creates some force which makes the water flow in a certain direction. Migration basic cause is the concentration of wealth. All the wealth of the world is concentrated in very few hands. And those people who control all the wealth, 99% of the wealth, they live in few countries. So people want to improve their life by getting opportunities. So they see they don't have no life in their village. They see they don't have any life in their city. They see they have no opportunity in their country. So they see where the opportunity is. So those are the countries where all the wealth is concentrated. So they try to go there. So this is the kind of pressure you create by the urge to reach out to places where you have a better future for yourself, for your family, for your children. So that's the cause of the basic cause of the migration. Until the basic problem of wealth concentration can be resolved, the migration will continue. You can build walls, but you can't stop people. The flow of people is like, again, is a flow of water. You cannot stop by building walls. It go over the wall as well. So this is a perennial problem. It will remain so until we address the basic issue.
Muhammad Yunus, vous allez bientôt fêter vos 80 ans. Dans 80 ans, nous serons en 2100. Comment est-ce que vous voyez le monde en 2100?
80 years is a long time. Things are changing every second. The world today will not be the same as the world tomorrow. It will be a very different world tomorrow than it is today. And we are in a disaster path. So we are not going into something which will be better than today. It will be worse than what is today. And 80 years, I don't think anybody on this planet after 80 years, it will be all gone. If you look at the environment gives you a warning that in 20 years' time, it will be uninhabitable because the global warming will take to 1.5 degrees Celsius. And if it goes there, it will be extremely difficult for human being to survive on this planet. If you continue up to say 2050, 30 years from now, world warmth will be 2 degrees Celsius. And after that, it's not possible for human being to survive. And it will get worse and worse and worse. And you cannot change it anymore. So your deadline is 2050. So if you add 80 from now, you cross way back. There's only 30 years left, 50 years more to go, which will not be possible for human being unless some dramatic thing happens. So this is number one. Number two is the extreme concentration of wealth. That's also creating a disaster. It's a ticking time bomb. If it continues the way it is going on, human society will disappear by fighting and this chaos and discontentment, anger from people who have not received the share of the wealth, everybody else who got the share of the wealth. So there will be a lot of anger between people, between the society, between the one country versus another country, who took the money, who got the wealth, I didn't get the wealth. So there will be tremendous amount of tension in that. So with that, a society will be dysfunctional societies and probably will kill ourselves to ultimately that we destroy ourselves. So when you say about 80 years is all darkness. We don't see anything bright.
J'ai une dernière question plus personnelle, Muhammad Yunus, à vous poser. Je me rappelle vous avoir entendu dire il y a 2 ans, Anne Hidalgo m'électrise. Je voudrais savoir, Muhammad Yunus, si vous êtes amoureux d'Anne Hidalgo.
Almost. Yeah, I love that girl. Because we agree on issues that is confronted by the world. We had a discussion in Rio about the Olympic, about the sports, and she liked that. So she invited me to come to Paris to discuss about it and talk about the concept of Olympic 2024, how I would like to design it. So I talked about my impression, my ideas, what they would have done, and she liked that. And ever since we are working together to make that idea, make that dream happen, so that the Olympic 2024 can be a social Olympic, a social business Olympic. Every piece of that Olympic can be useful to the society. It's not just entertainment. It's not just big companies making big money. It's about using the whole idea of Olympic to solve the problems of the people where this Olympic is held.
Merci beaucoup, Muhammad Yunus, d'avoir été là avec nous aujourd'hui et d'avoir partagé avec nous votre amour du monde.
Thank you.